Sweet corn soup is a light, comforting soup known for its gentle sweetness and smooth, silky texture. The flavour is mildly sweet and savoury, coming from fresh or creamed sweet corn simmered in a simple broth. Aromatics like fresh ginger or ground ginger can be used, and in many versions the soup is lightly thickened using creamed corn, or as in this recipe, simply blend in the sweet corn kernels, with the addition of crayfish tails to complete the dish. In this recipe, using a whole chicken will give the soup a much richer and natural flavour, which will turn the base into fresh chicken stock, becoming the starting point of the soup. And it's kind of less faff with dicing up chicken breast fillets, which won't add as much depth in flavour as opposed to using meat on the bone. Place the whole medium-sized chicken into a large stock pot. Fill the pot with cold water, totally submerging the chicken in the water, so the water just sits roughly an inch above the chicken surface. Remove the skin layers from the shallots, roughly slice into strips and remove the root. Crush and peel the garlic cloves and remove the root. Add the chopped shallots, peeled garlic cloves, ground white pepper and table salt to the whole chicken stock pot. Place the stock pot on the hob, high heat, cover with a lid and bring to a boil. Then reduce to a low simmer and cook the chicken on a low heat for approximately 1 hour, or until the juices run clear when you pierce the meat. So this is dependent on your chicken size and cooking times will vary. Once the chicken has cooked, remove from the pot and place onto a deep baking tray. Leave to rest for roughly 30 minutes. Once the chicken has slightly cooled, shred the chicken off the bone using a pair of forks to pull the meat apart. Make sure your chopping board is secured with a cloth underneath to keep it stable. I tend to keep the chicken breast fillets for alternative lunches and dinner dishes such as salads, wraps or sandwich fillings during the week. Lastly, add the remaining chicken juices from the tray to the stock pot. Crumble in the chicken stock cubes, add the ground ginger and 2 tinned sweet corn tins, including the juices, to the pot. Keep the rest of the sweet corn tins for later on. Fresh ginger can be used instead of ground ginger for a more pungent and citrusy flavour. Ground ginger will give a more milder and earthy flavour to the soup, and it's a more convenient version that is always stored in my dry store drawer, and obviously it has a longer shelf life as opposed to fresh. So I use green giant sweet corn tins. Even though they are more pricier, I find they are much sweeter and juicier than generic supermarket brands, which tend to be less vibrant. What are your preferences on sweet corn brand products? Comment below on what you generally use. Whisk the corn flour in a bowl with a ladleful of the soup to form a corn slurry texture. Then add and whisk into the soup, which will begin to thicken. If you want a thicker consistency, just add more corn flour to the soup. Use a hand blender to blitz the ingredients in the pan until smooth, then add the rest of the sweet corn tins and the shredded chicken to the stock pot, saving the chicken breast fillets for other dishes, and the skin can be turned into a crispy snack or given to your beloved pet. Crack open the eggs into a larger bowl, not as what is seen in this video. Give it a whisk and pour the egg into the soup. The eggs will begin to form ribbons, which is then ready to eat. Serve a generous portion of the soup into a bowl, sprinkle over the sweet crayfish tails on top, which can be found in a local fishmonger or supermarket aisle. These are a freshwater cousin of the lobster. Garnish with spring onions before serving to complete the dish.